Hey, it's Briar. So I'm playing Genshin Impact. I just started this quest. It should be fairly thrilling, but I have to teleport to Mondstadt first before I can start the quest.
Isn't that Jean?
So there's a lot of
So she's
dialogue
talking
in
to
this
someone.
game.
Let's let her finish, then go say hi.
Yeah, brother.
Which is what has brought us to this point in the first place. If you are unable to promptly deal with the Storm Terror threat, then leave the defense of Mondstadt to the Fatui. We can put an end to Mondstadt's dragon issues. All we need to do is bring that monster to the... Monster?
Um, so
Yes.
the
What's your
game is
point?
very similar to the game
Uh...
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is uh, one of the best games of all time, probably. And that's why it's like that. That's why Genshin Impact is like Breath of the Wild, is
I'd expect a
because
more professional
it's
attitude from
such
your
a
diplomats.
amazing game. Breath of the Wild is probably one of my favorite games of all time, honestly. Even though I never really beat it, I think that it's
Yet
probably in the
here you
top
are saying you want to put an
10
end to one of
video
the
games I've
four
ever
winds of
played.
Mondstadt? I won't have any of this nonsense in front of the Knights of Favonius.
It's not as crazy as you make it sound. Fine. That's enough negotiation for today. At this stage, it's simply an amicable exchange of constructive opinions. No? I'll be sure to make thorough notes.
Anastasia. I had already
Oh,
made a
you're
recording
back.
while I was playing Genshin Impact, but I found out that it didn't actually record my voice because I pressed the button on the bottom of my controller that mutes the microphone.
Thanks for your help. The elemental flow is the aftermath of Storm Terror's last attack is finally settled for the moment. However, the pressure from the delegation has become too big to be ignored.
Delegation? From
Delegation.
Liyue Harbor or Inazuma City?
Shneznaya.
Good
They
question.
choose to follow the god of Cryo. Their envoys go by a particular name, the Fatui. Heard of them?
Oh, them? They're super famous! Wait, infamous is more the word.
Delegation? Is that what she said?
I don't think killing Storm Terror is the right
What does
course of
that
action.
mean? Delegation. Something like they're delegating, like they're deciding something, maybe.
The Cryo God's Fatui have always coveted the
I
Animo
think that's
God's
what it
power.
means. I might be wrong.
I don't believe they have Mondstadt's best interests at
It's
heart.
almost like they're deliberating.
What is it? Oh, let
It's
us
kind of
head back to
weird being
headquarters then.
older. I remember, being in situations where I didn't know what something meant, like what the meaning of a word was, and I really just had no idea at all. But it's kind of strange, being an adult, all of a sudden, I'll hear a word, I'm not totally sure what it means, and I can kind of somehow in my own mind reason or make an educated guess, and I'm usually right, or at least sometimes right. But it's like I didn't have that
We shouldn't
ability
discuss important
when I was
matters
a child.
out in the open.
I remember being in that situation and I just like didn't know at all. But I can kind of like bring it
Mondstadt and
forth,
Snezhnaya are considered the same in status.
It sort of comes to me.
Mondstadt is independent and does not belong
being
to
an
any other
adult.
nation. In fact, despite being
Did
referred
not
to as a
have
city,
that
Mondstadt is a nation.
when I was younger.
Though, Snezhnaya's Fatui are known to be the most aggressive diplomats in Teyvat.
Makes sense given the tone of that woman just now. So,
Oh, so go here. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to what they were saying in the game. I hope it wasn't too important. So this is where I was before, and then the cathedral is up there. The cathedral is where I just was, and this is where I was, you know, a few gameplay hours ago.
It's a crystal embedded with some kind of power. Lisa, are you able
God,
to
these
analyze
graphics
it?
are just absolutely stunning. It just looks so good.
Let me take a look. I can see impurities in the crystal, but upon further inspection... No, I'm sorry. I can't make a proper analysis at the moment. Give me some time. I'll take a look through the library's restricted section.
Okay.
Right. I'll leave the research to you then, Lisa.
Understood. I'll notify you all if I make any progress. Though I wouldn't go getting your hopes up. They're incredibly ancient texts, not to mention... Ouch!
What?
Gosh, that hurt!
What happened?
The impurities in the crystal... It hurts when I get close. I see. It appears to react to visions. The impurities and the elemental energy we embody repel each other. It's strange, though. You have elemental abilities as well, but don't seem to be affected in the same way. Anyway, the crystal would be better
Making
left
these
in the hands of
recordings
my
while I'm
cutie.
playing video
It will
games,
just be a pain if left
I
with
try
us,
really hard
both
not to be
literally and
repetitive.
metaphorically.
But I've noticed as I'm philosophizing and just like saying random stuff at great length, I do tend to like say the same thing.
Fascinating. Do you know anything about what makes you special?
And I'm totally not trying to. In fact, I'm trying, like, you know, trying not to do that. Like I said, I'm repeating myself now. It's like something about being
I
recorded
do not know what to make of it either.
must make you nervous to speak because you know you're going to
Well
hear
then,
yourself
the
back
Knights of Favonius have another favor
or
to
hear
ask
what
of
you
you.
say back in the recording.
Please accept the title of Honorary Knight and the gratitude of the Acting Grand Master.
Honorary Knight of Favonius?
We ask for your continued assistance in finding some answers.
Especially talking about a game like this, where it's kind of like
Stormterror's rage.
very,
And strange
very.
crystals. I know Mondstadt's peace hangs in the balance. May the
It's
wind
like
open your
you're
eyes.
not
We'll meet
doing
back
that
here if you
much.
find
Like right
anything.
now, I'm just talking to these people, and nothing else is happening. And so it's like just kind of awkward. Or it's not. It's not awkward. That's probably not the right word. I would say it's just kind of like
There's something you didn't tell them.
dull, you know, compared
The
to.
dragon and the crystal weren't the only things we saw. So you do remember him, that green guy.
Dull compared to like
He looked
the
just
more
like
like
that guy down there.
fighting parts of the game. fighting, the parts where you're like actually, you know, doing stuff, it seems a little bit uncomfortable or something.
That green guy disappeared! Use elemental sight to track him down.
So this is something I thought was cool. The elemental sight was pretty smooth. But hold on. Okay. Where is it? Oh, here.
His footprints lead to this wall.
There is a
Did he climb up
lot
from here?
of like discussion in the game between the characters. I'm not really sure how important it is, like what you're learning, if you are listening to what they're saying, if it matters at all. I always had trouble with, you know, the like story aspect of games, if there was a lot of it. Like, if playing a game, it's like an entire, you know, beginning, middle, and end, but it's also just not relevant to what's going on, you know, in the actual gameplay. It seems very hard to like do. It seems very hard to pay attention and, you know, like I don't know what's going on and I don't care. But it's just something where it's like, it kind of seems like attached to the game and a part of the game. As in, it's separate, a part. It's not like a part of the game, it's a part. One word. Like it's like I just don't even get
sung transpired in days
why
of
I
yore,
should care.
when the divine archons still walked the earth. A dragon cast his curious gaze on the world below, as he parted from the heavens that gave his birth. The dragon sought truth amongst common folk, but mortal trifles only fogged
See, this
his
is kind of
mind.
interesting to me.
The wind-born
but
bard strummed his strings dolce, and the
this is
holy
different.
lyre answered his questions kind.
This is like an
The dragon
animation.
was but a child full of wonder, and soared the heavens free from care. The bard's songs invited him to sing along, for he yearned to let all perceive him fair. Enchanting legends the bard and dragon were, but the tides of despair soon engulfed the land. The lion fang perished, and the falcon flag slept, as a vile dragon approached Mondstadt in lone stand. Over the cathedral loomed death and his friends. Of the people's agony, the bards soon sang. The soaring dragon heeded his grave calls, and amidst the windstorms a brutal war sprang. Blood of venom sent the sky dragon into slumber, only to awake to be expelled in abhor. Why do people in this age loathe me so? But the holy lyre replied no more.
Okay.
Wrath and woe, vigor and venom, poured from the dragon's bitter eyes. The dragon's curse sprawled in silence, but the lyre could no longer soothe his cries.
What is a lyre? Like some sort of instrument?
Wait, you guys are...
Like a harp. It's like a small harp. It is. Oh, so I was wrong about delegating. Delegate meaning to, like, decide something. Was that the word they used? Delegate? I did know what that meant, but I wasn't able to remember what it meant or something.
Oh, that's right. You're the ones that scared Dvalin away.
Dvalin? Who's that? Huh? Oh, right! Most people seem to call him Storm Terror. Why do you call him that? Are you two meant to be close or something?
Oh, so close.
Hey, so Paimon thinks this guy has a screw loose.
Good day, Outlander. Seems we meet again.
Okay, I have to cancel this. I'm not